And it's red in the center and blue all around, with a ribbon of gold in between. And it's bigger than Texas and flatter than Spain, and it's the best country I've ever seen. The Gibb River Road in the Kimberley region of WA is a name synonymous with rugged adventure. And although it's a much tamer proposition to what it was even 10 years ago, it's still worth the effort, and it still throws up a few surprises. Like an ice cream van on the banks of the Leonard River, for instance, where the roadside signs look so incongruous, the proprietor says he often hears travellers on the radio debating whether it's a joke or not. But it's the real McCoy, and you can get a hot pie and a cup of tea and look out for crocodiles basking in the sun on the banks of the river. And while he's not keen to talk for the camera, Rob is happy enough to show evidence of the cafe going under during the wet season and never misses an opportunity to clown around with his customers. 100 kilometres further east, you'll find the Imachie Community and Roadhouse and the over-the-range mechanical workshop operated by Neville.
It's only minor mechanical and tyre repairs really. It's, you know, I'm not offering a full-blown workshop. Yep.
Do you think that it's changing?
Oh, absolutely. It was an adventure road, you know, 10, 15 years ago when I first rocked up. Now it's just a drive, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there is rough sections of the road, and if you venture off the road, you know what I mean, like it does get rougher, of course, but the actual Gibb River Road pretty much is a breeze these days.
Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing?
Look, I think it's a good thing. I think tourism is. I'd rather see the Kimberley focus on tourism than you know, pastoralism. You know what I mean? Like every time you open up a newspaper or a travel book or there's a getaway show or whatever it is, you know what I mean? There's always something about the Kimberley on. You know what I mean? And
yeah, everybody's discovered the Kimberley.
Everyone's, yeah. Oh, good morning, Carol. How are you?
Present for you.
Wow.
These are our famous pies we make.
This doesn't often happen in the middle of an interview, Carol. Here. Yeah, don't be sorry at all. You just have to wave to the camera or something.
To the camera.
Thank you very much, Carol.
Okay.
What is it about the Kimberley?
Oh, well, I like the spirit of the place. You know, I mean, I feel the earth spirit. I like when I'm out walking or I'm hunting or I'm, you know, riding my motorbike around or even just driving up to my property up the road, you know, like during the wet season, it's just, I'm just grinning from ear to ear, you know, I mean, just the feeling of this place is awesome. Obviously, when I came here 15 years ago, I was pretty happy to be away from society and the rest of the world and all the rest of it, but it's caught up with me now.
It's followed you?
Yeah, it has. But look, I have 4 months of the year where I make a really good living. Okay, and I have 2 months either side of that 4 months where I can make a living, and then I have 4 months where I
nothing. So it's pretty much a labour of love, then, really.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Look, I'm here because I want to live here. So,
and it's one of the few places where you can still see UFOs on a regular basis.
Well, you were here, mate. I mean, that was a UFO. I mean, we were sitting here beside the fire last night, and you can't deny that.
I don't know what it was, but it was coming from nowhere, going to nowhere. It was certainly going. I mean, there's nothing up there.
Hey, it definitely wasn't a plane. You know what I mean? We would have heard it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it wasn't a plane.
It wasn't a plane.
It could have been a low-flying satellite, I suppose.
It could have been.
That was very low.
That was very low, mate. That was very bright. So.
And it was pulsing. But anyway, right. We'll put it in any case. There were 4 of us here who all saw it. Hey. None of us. It was flying, and we couldn't identify it. Yeah. It's a UFO.
Yeah, unidentified flying object, mate, and we saw it.
Which of course has nothing to do with what you'd expect from the Gibb River Road, but it just goes to show, when it comes to the Kimberley, expect the unexpected. And it's red in the centre and blue all around, with a ribbon of gold in between. And it's bigger than Texas and flatter than Spain, and it's the best country I've ever seen.